Oscar. Oscar.
Burning?
Hold it back.
Okay.
Did you know the average Australian household creates 4 kilograms of green waste a week? So by green waste, we're referring to food scraps, either food that's gone rotten in your fridge or just scraps like peeling of things. We recycle all our green waste here at Seven Hills Estate, and we plan to do the same with when our guests come in and create the waste in the cabins. We'll use that food waste down here in the orchard. We recycle our green waste by way of composting. We could feed it to the chickens, or the chooks as we say in Australia, but we tend to use it as green, the nitrogen-based waste that we need for our compost. We started this compost heap about 6 months ago and it's looking really good. The soil is, has become soil now, it's broken down so much. It's just so rich, it looks fantastic. You can even see some of our food scraps in here that have yet to decay. This was a great experiment. When we first started, we didn't know much about composting, so we read up on it and we're very happy with the result. But now we've got to scale this up. We've got to make this on a much bigger scale, essentially. So that's what this episode is about. We're going to build some concrete bins that I can get the machine in here and till this for us rather than having to do it by hand. So Ross and I have marked out this area here. We think this is going to be the best location for our compost heap. It's going to consist of 2 bins plus a bin for our super duper biodynamic soil that we bring in every now and then. So that's going to be cut into the hill, so the back of the retaining wall will also retain that earth where the raised garden beds will be in a few months' time. So Ross is going to get in with the excavator. I'm not that great at it, so he'll do it. He'll dig all this out and use that earth too as fill on the uphill side. So we have concrete sleepers on here. We'll dig this out, get the holes dug, get the posts in. We might even bring the water down too. It'd be really helpful if we had a tap right here on the edge of it to keep everything moist as it does tend to dry out if the plastic moves off the top. So yeah, this is the next project. Let's get into it. Put on some marks down.
Yeah.
So what, we just want like a foot behind the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah. Over the years I've had several earth moving contractors here, and I think 2 of them independently have said to me that I've got really good deco here, A-grade deco. So one of them even said you should turn this into a quarry. I nearly gasped, but yeah, we have about 2 feet or 600 millimeters in metric terms of really good topsoil. And then you get down to that deco, the decomposed granite, which must have happened over like thousands of years, millions of years, I don't know. But up in these hills here is all the big granite boulders, so I suppose they've all decomposed and it's laid down here.
Not too low there.
Yep.
Higher. Go higher. Higher.
So with the assistance of the laser, we got it down to the approximate depth. It went a little bit too deep in places, but we can fix that with the project track later. Now we've got to dig the other, I guess, 2/3 of the hole where the bins are going to sit. Show everyone your notepad here.
Yeah, 3250.
3250.
3250. Much for the send anyway, so that'll be good.
So that's the centre of the, sorry, that's, yeah, the centre of the hole, which will divide the bins.
This will be a
Yeah, that's
dividing wall.
essentially it's 1/3 of it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, let's get these holes dug. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's get them dug. Well, it's a very brisk morning. I think it's like 7 degrees Celsius today. So I'm going to get in and concrete all these posts. And so maybe tomorrow or the next day we'll get the concrete sleepers laid in. So before we get started, I just want to show you what such a beautiful morning we have. The sun's coming up and it's hitting the mountains the other side. And it's very, very cold, as I said earlier, but yeah, just gorgeous. Michelle's already out in the orchard working there with Yogi. But check this out. So there you have it. We concreted those in just now. We're finished. Had a bit of smoko, and we're going to dig these other 7 holes now in preparation for those posts. We can't put those posts in just yet. We're going to put these walls up in a day or two, and then that way we'll be able to get the posts positioned in such a way that the sleepers will be hard up against the back wall, which is what we want. It'll be nice and neat. $1,600. Well, that's another job we could do today, is move them down.
Yeah.
Preparation for.
Yeah, because that's all that's pretty close to the veggie gardens there.
There's the pups. There's the puppies. There's the puppies. Where's your boo? Hey, hey, hey.
Another beautiful morning. This is day 3 working on the compost bins. Great way to wake up to that view. Oh, it's cold. Dora and Oscar running around. Makes you feel alive. What are you doing, Yokes? Oh, Michelle, good afternoon. Ah, Missy Moo sitting here, hey?
Look, sun's coming up.
So I guess they call this a scissor clamp, but once it's hanging off the excavator, just the weight of the concrete sleeper itself will help clamp this and pull this together. You'll see it in action. It'll come down and grip the sleeper, and then we'll be able to pick it up. You've probably been wondering what I've been doing with these little blocks of wood. Well, in order to get these sleepers hard up against the steel post, and therefore to remove that gap, we've been wedging these in behind. So I have to put them in behind here, smack them in, and it moves that sleeper hard up against that edge right there. So it looks nice and neat. Now on the back side of this wall, these will be covered with the dirt. This is the front face, so you don't see them here. On the back side of this, we'll probably pull these out and, I don't know, put some silicone or something down there in time. And the dirt that we build up here, the compost we keep up here, or put in here, will also push against it and look nice and neat. Just have to concrete in 7 posts, and that's all we can do for today. Kind of like having this all clamped up pretty well. Yeah. Really? Oh, that's a dog's life, eh? You gonna mix? You gonna mix the concrete for us? Well, that's it. It's about noon on third day. Got those 7 posts concreted in, which means we can put the rest of the sleepers in probably 2 days from now. We have to let it settle, rest a bit. But yeah, very happy with that. Michelle and I have to go to town tomorrow, so we might see if we can get some coffee grinds. That's the best stuff for nitrogen, so we can start mixing up our first lot of compost within about a week. Okay, last day. We should have the rest of these sleepers in about an hour or so, and it's looking really good. All leveled. Ross put the plate compactor over it yesterday, so it's all ready to roll. Enjoy. So I bought these sleepers as seconds. They only cost me $10 each, so I was very, very happy about it. And as seconds because we were told they had chips in them. And that's not a big deal, certainly not for compost bin. So we every now and then we'll rotate it to keep the chip on the bottom edge. You're less likely to see it on the bottom edge than you are the top edge. But we discovered the other issue is they vary in thickness, so and up to 10 mil, to the point that we can't fit some of the sleepers in between the C posts or the H posts. So we have to do some grinding to be able to use those in this situation. Hang on, look at me, I want to get that. Yay, finally done. Looks pretty slick. So before we bring the mulch in, the compost, I should say, we're going to take the wedges out and put some goo down there.
Yeah, I'll wedge, yeah.
Or do you think just the pressure of the compost will hold them out?
Well, the compost, we'll put it in the middle so it's not directly on the walls, because the last thing we want to do is come in and having to scrape off the walls. So we'll put it directly in the middle and it'll just ramp down, and depends how big it gets. So, but yeah, I'll tidy all these up, cut them off, and maybe a bit of grout or something in there.
Oh, grout a bit ago, yeah.
Yeah.
It's cement mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, better than silicone. We'll shape this land around here so you can back out smoothly up and down here. Anyway, it's a job for another day. So before we wrap up, I've got a quick little story to tell. As we developed this place, I started to think, you know what? Nothing happens in this here valley without it costing me 5 figures. Well, let's look at the numbers and see what this project cost. We used 52 sleepers that are seconds, so we only had to pay $10 each for that. That's $520. That's very good. 18 posts, and they averaged $55. Some were C posts, some were H posts, so they averaged $55. $990. Cement, 9 bags, because we use 1 bag for every 2 holes, $9 each, $81. 1.5 cubes of concrete blend, $180, which gives us a grand total of $1,771. I think that's really good value. This is going to be here to last forever. It's concrete, it's steel, so it did not cost us 5 digits, but I think it's really good value, so that's a good thing. And I look forward to doing this little project right beside me, the raised concrete garden beds out of the same material. So I think Michelle, our Minister for Finance, is going to be very happy with that. See you next time. Let's get composting.